All right, I know you can't see me now, but I just wanted to say I learned from my mistakes and I unmuted myself before I swapped to this. Hello! Hello, welcome everyone. I'm so happy that you're here and I'm here. And this time I didn't forget to unmute myself. Yay, it only took me, what, 4 streams? So yeah. Or is this the third or fourth? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to another iteration of the Bard and Raven Monday stream. What is happening today? As the other times, I will be working on a homebrew challenge, but not any kind of homebrew challenge. A homebrew challenge that I, Azu the Bard from Bard and Raven, I created this. I think we are in our 14th iteration. Let me quickly look this up. 15 already, 15th iteration. We're in our 15th week, consecutive week of designing a little piece of homebrew for Daggerheart. And yes, how does this work, you might ask? Every week I offer up a different artwork. And based on this artwork, we as a community, we get inspired by it and design anything for Daggerheart, basically. What you currently see on screen is last week's iteration that we where we designed a support adversary. I just put it on so that I have something to show. I will quickly remove this and work on a new thing. But this is what we did last week in our last week's stream. If you're curious how this thing came into the world, what were its inspirations, and most importantly, what was the artwork, I think we can, or I can lead you to our YouTube channel. And by doing so, we can use up our new commands that we have. Let's see if that works. Jamie Raven, if you would be so kind to try out our new commands to show us our YouTube link, where the VOD from last week is stored and where from now on all of the VODs will be stored. So, yes, did that work? Oh, it worked. Isn't it perfect? Moobot, thank you. The bot works. Wonderful. So just go there if you want. Not now, later, or if you watch this as a VOD. Just watch the other thing afterwards if you want. It's totally free, of course. But anyways, I think did I forget anything? Not so sure. We have a new pinned message. Ooh, nice. Things are happening. Jeremy Raven is my moderator, and the other part of Bard and Raven, I'm the Bard, she's the Raven. We're an awesome duo. Anyways, I don't want to praise us too much. This is also for you, the community, of course. So, without further ado, we have another iteration for the weekly Daggerheart community homebrew challenge. It's quite a mouthful. Maybe I can find a short version of it. Anyways, as you can see, over on this side, over on this side we have this week's artwork, and it is a beautiful piece of art. I'm so in love with this. What you can see is it looks like a bee dog or something, like a weird mixture of maybe a wolf and a bee. And it's just beautiful. This once again is by Reparatus Art. Oh, this was really German. Reparatus Art. Here we go. Yes, I asked them now I think 2 weeks ago or so, because I exactly saw this piece of art and I was like, oh my god, I'm blown away. This is so awesome. Whether or not I could also use this for our homebrew challenges. And they not only said, yes, go ahead, they also allowed me to use, to look up their whole library, what they have online on Instagram and Blue Sky, what else they have. And now I have a small library of artworks from them that eventually I will trickle down for these homebrew challenges. Also last week we had one from Reparatus, and it's just like so amazing, so inspiring to look at these images and immediately have some ideas of what I want to homebrew with this. I already know more or less what I want to do, but perhaps chat has a few suggestions as well. Just like last week, where we had so many people in chat that helped us to define the art direction and maybe figure out some features and throw a few ideas back and forth. So that one was quite awesome. Let's see what today will bring. But why did I choose this picture? I mean, I mentioned I have a small library of images from Reparatus, but there is a specific reason why I chose this for particularly this week. You might not know, but on the 20th of May is the International Bees Day. A day where all people should celebrate and appreciate all the beautiful bees and bee folks out there that take care of bringing food into our home and pollinating flowers and just be the most awesome little creatures. I love them so much. Also, a little fun fact of the German Raven and me, we are hobby beekeepers. So we have 2 hives in our garden that are producing so much honey. I'm pretty sure this year will be a really good honey harvest year, because very soon, probably next week already, we can harvest the first harvest of the 2 harvests that you can get in the year, the spring harvest. Very much looking forward to that. But regardless, we are in love with bees, and when I saw this artwork, I was immediately smitten. I'm just look at this cute little bugger. I love it so much. So that's why I chose it for this week, even though it's not the 20th. It's in 2 days. But anyways, for me, this whole week is Bee Appreciation Day, or week rather. So I don't care. I have my bee day early, and it's today, and we are going to Daggerheartify this beautiful Beewulf thing. We will find a name for it. All right. So, first things first. Let me kick out our little gilded Kyuzu from last week. Open up. Oh, already it's open. Perfect. So, first idea is, what do we want to build with it? Or do we want to do? I mean, these are the options basically. Do we want to make an item, consumable, or do we... Yeah, exactly. English. Ooh, or do we want to make a subclass? Oh, wait, maybe a ranger pet? Ooh, ranger pet could be fun. Ranger pet could be very fun. So, I mean, the most obvious thing would be to make an adversary for this. And, I don't know, this thing kind of screams... skulk, so the adversaries that basically hide in plain sight or are stalking the party members and attacking them from hideouts. What do I want to do? But yeah, Ranger Pet is pretty good. And I just realized I needed to pick up my book, my Daggerheart book. So I will be quickly out of frame while I pick up my Daggerheart book. Give me a second. Yep. And I'm back. All right. So, because I have no clue about ranger pets, so that's why I just wanted to look them up real quick, and see what they do, see what they're about. If you guys in chat have ideas or other ideas that I could do, please let me know. While I have the Daggard core rulebook here. If you want to look with me together, it's on Rangers. It's on page 38. This book is a constant companion of mine, obviously, and it's just so great. All right. Okay, there's not much information about ranger pets. Don't they have stats? Did I forget where I could find this? Or do they have probably an extra sheet associated to the ranger pet? I would assume. Have it as a possible adversary, but maybe that's... You mean an environment inspired by this creature and have it as a possible... Oh, this you mean. Oh, yeah. Yeah, why not? Wait. Let me entertain this idea in a minute while I look up... Or I try to look up... Ranger... I mean, I got the beast forms, or I could make a beast form out of this. I've never done this. Try to make a druid beast form out of this. Oh. Okay. Because beast forms are basically, they have... I mean, the druid can, obviously, as druids in many systems can, they can transform in different beasts. And depending on the tier, these beasts are getting stronger and more dangerous. It's actually not that bad. They usually have 2 features, what I'm just seeing. And basically they gain advantage on certain actions for this beast, which makes sense. They have a specific evasion modifier, a trait modifier, melee attack, and 2 features. That could also work, but I think that's boring. Let's see. So, ranger pets. Let me quickly look this up. Because I thought they also have... Words. Words, where are you? Don't they have stat blocks as well, or am I mistaking this? Ranger companion sheet, here we go. That's what... here we go. Yes. That's what I was looking for. So... okay. So this is not a... Okay, this is so basically build your own ranger companion. So never mind, ranger pet, it's getting kicked out then. Then we're not doing ranger pet. I don't think... No, I don't feel particularly subclassy today. Also loot and consumable. I don't want to go for this. Environment and adversaries. So wait, Jamie Raven, what did you say? The environment is its home location, kind of. So perhaps like a whole hive of bee dogs. What would a hive of bee dogs look like? So do they? I mean, the first question is: are they as big as, or as tall, large, whatever, as normal bees, or are they larger because they're they also have this mammalian or canine features? Let's see. An environment or an adversary. I think... Wait. So high on the list for me... Adversary... Skulk. Maybe it lives in a jungle or something, and then you can stumble across it somewhere by accident. Maybe you can explore the environment. Oh, this you mean. Oh, I see. So... I could make this maybe a... English is not Englishing today. I feel you. I so feel you. I'm happy that I managed to speak this far. Anyways, I mean, I could make... Ooh, wait. We could... You know, I could use this. No. I will make something unique just for this. I was actually contemplating whether or not I wanted to try to do something for a little bee supplement that is in the works from us. But no, I'd want to make something unique for the Homebrew Challenge that is not part of any other supplement that I'm working on. Okay. I mean, I like the idea of the environment. Perhaps... Because I don't want to do a full-blown environment plus... Oh, why not? Why not? Why not? They don't need to be... they don't need to be completely full, right? Like, they don't need to be very excessive. So let's try this. Let's brainstorm a bit. I think this thing looks like a tier 2 adversary, and let's try to make an traversal, exploration, probably exploration environment, and let's call this Beehive for now. I don't want to call them bee dogs. I just want to find something else. A name for that, but we can work on that later. For now, this is project title Beehive. Exploration. And we need a little bit of description, text. Da-da-da. Why did I forget how environments look like? Upcoming. Come on, Affinity, start that. Start it. You want it? No, I don't want to upgrade now. Here we go. We have the text impulses. Yes, that makes sense. Nope. Oh yeah. Impulses. A, B, and C, and difficulty. Since this is a tier 2 environment between 14 and 16, we can work this out later. And then potential adversaries. I think... Yeah, exactly. Potential adversaries. Bee-dog. Here we go. And then we need its features. So let's make this. What kind of features do we want? So basically we want a passive. So let's say explore the hive, which basically is this dangerous or is this not dangerous? I mean, this guy looks pretty cute to me, so I would say it's... Oh, it's not that dangerous. Oh, maybe... Oh, I've got an idea. Maybe... Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe... We're getting there. Maybe it's not a bee-dog hive that is getting explored, but rather, for example, a giant ant hive or something. Exactly. It's a giant ant hive, and this creature is there to hunt the ants, but it might be it might have a hard time to distinguishing between normal adventurers, nice guys, and the nice little ants. So this could be the one where... So basically the exploration is in an ant hive or whatever, where the bee dog is hunting. I like the idea. Or what do you say? What do you say? Ant hive or... Some other... Yeah, why not? Giant ants. Giant ants. Giant ant hive. And then explore the hive. And probably the adventurers or the PCs are trying to find something that has been lost in there. So find an escape. Oh, hello, Cat and Quad. Nice of you to be here. Hey, hey. as you might see, we're currently trying to design something for this beautiful bee creature over there in the artwork section. And our general idea currently is that we create first an exploration and exploration environment. Here we go, of a giant ant hive, where this cute creature, who is becoming an adversary, skulk adversary, here we go, is hunting ants in there, but then occasionally also hurting players because it doesn't know how to distinguish them properly. Oh yes, for sure. Do you know in which time zone Ziffy's player is? Because I don't, certainly. If they could catch the stream, what I mean, yeah. Hunt the players on accident. Yes, exactly. All right, so continue with find and escape out of the hive, or find a relic, or rescue a lost traveler or something. Ooh, nice. Oh, I see. Rescue a lost. No, I forgot what I wanted to say. Now that you mentioned sleep schedule, I'm also getting tired again. Nope, I'm staying awake for this stream. Rescue someone lost. We will get back to there. I'm just trying to brainstorm these features for now. Descriptive question. Let's build this environment from here. Yeah, wakey. Caffeine helps, exactly, but the next caffeine is too far away. I will manage. So then we will need an action, which is basically stalking B-Dog. By the way, we still haven't decided on a name for this thing. For now, it's Project B-Dog. B-Dog mistakes PCs for food, and yeah, exactly. That's exactly how you write food. Here we go. And attacks. And this is not meant to be cursive. This is meant to be bold. And then at the very least, we also need a reaction of some sorts. Perhaps defending ants or something, where the ants certainly do not like visitors. And try to shoo them away. The visitors. Alright. So I'm just basically building up the bare bones of all of the stuff that we are going to prepare. And then we need our B-Dog adversary. B-Dog, tier 2, Skulk. Description, tactics, and strategy, or what is usually written? Motives and tactics. Here we go. Motives and tactics. Yes. And Moobot is doing a really good job in just giving out some links, handing out some links. Oh, sorry, I closed the window for you. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to go somewhere here. Difficulty threshold. ABC, I will get to that. All right, and once again, for defining exactly these numbers, I am using, where is it? Here we go. Right Knight to Fight's wonderful guide making adversaries or making custom adversaries, which is a PDF file that you can get for free on Heart of Daggers. Jimmy Raven, if you would be so kind to use our little shortcut for that. Exactly, wonderful. Thank you very much. It is a PDF that you can get for free, which is so invaluable to me. It is a beautiful guide where you can get all of the information, like numbers. For example, now I want to create a tier 2 skulk. And then in the PDF, I could just look for the section where they talk about skulks. And for example, a tier 2 skulk has a difficulty between 12 and 14. So I wouldn't need to try to homebrew this myself. I can look these up and then I can later, of course, change them according to my needs. For example, if I want this skulk to be very easy to hit, then I will lower the difficulty. If I want it to be very tanky, I could either increase its thresholds or I could increase its HP slots. But to get a general idea, this document is beautiful. So yeah, I can just highly recommend it. And for our little bee dog, we want between 12 and 14. I will adjust this later. I think for now I will go for 14 because I do want this to be more on the dangerous side. And the thresholds lie usually between 7 to 9, the major threshold. I think since it does have a chitin shell, just like bees have, I would say it's also on the higher side. So 9 and maybe I don't want to go to 20, up to 20. I usually always like to have major. This might just be my ADHD brain. I want to have like really beautiful double numbers. So like 9, 18 are really beautiful thresholds in my opinion. And oh, we've got a new follow. Hello, Tenshi Samshell. I hope I didn't butcher this too much. Tenshi Samshell. I hope. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. All right. So back to our stats. Tenshi is good. Awesome. Hello. This is fun. Are you also from Jeff's server? Because maybe I should tell Jeff that there's a little server Althea get together here, and then you will also come over. Zippy reporting, wonderful. Then, what do you say about our artwork today? I'm just so in love with this. By the way, Tenchi, if you're new here, what we're doing here currently on stream, it is very Ziff indeed. What we're doing here on stream is every Monday I will provide a new artwork to the community, and then I will ask for a community homebrew challenge. And this week's artwork is this beautiful bee dog. I just called it bee dog for now. I will find a better name for it later. If you guys already have name suggestions, please throw them at me, please. Yeah, this is already the 15th iteration of this weekly homebrew challenge. And yeah, on stream, what I will do is I will prepare together with stream. Oh, B-Dog is good. That's good. I love that. On stream, I will create my edition for this week's homebrew challenge, and then I will throw it up on the Heart of Daggers Discord server and Reddit. I will prepare every Monday a new Reddit thread, and then where all of the submissions are getting accumulated, where we can find all of the other submissions similar in the Heart of Daggers Discord. Also, people post their stuff there, which is really a lot of fun. So if you guys feel inspired by this artwork as well, please join me in creating something. Either you help me create something on stream, or you prepare your own stuff, which is also totally valid. All right. So I was about to continue with this, and now we look at HP and stress. Right Knight is telling me to use for tier 2 Skulk Adversary between 3 and 5 HP. And 3 to 4 stress. I think I already put it at a... I already put it at the high end for difficulty and high end for the thresholds. You know what? I think I will increase this even. 9 and 19 sounds fine as well by me, because then I won't give it 5 HP, but rather 4. And 3 stress sounds also good, because this doesn't look like a creature that can handle a lot of stress. I hope I'm not doing it badly now. Yeah. Don't close this, otherwise the stream can't see your document. Stress. Now, next up, attack, the attack type, and the damage. 80k. This looks wrong. I would say, wait, what could this... It doesn't... Does it have a stinger? Does it look like it has a stinger? I mean, it does look like it has a stinger, a rather huge one. So what do you guys think? Does it attack with its stinger or maybe with its mandibles? Does it claw at other people? I mean, the mandibles are quite large, so... Right, let me... I need this thing in bigger now, because I only watch and stream. But now, where do I put this? Here we go. I need to have a look. There we go. Claws or stinger? Oh, the stinger is for... Oh, great. Wait. I think it's normal attacks. Oh my god, you guys. If you guys could see how it looks in big. Wait, can I... Does someone know? Can I drop pictures, whole pictures in here? No, I can't, right? Haha, wait, what I can do is... Let me look this up. I will look up the... Because I do want you guys to see this picture in large. Like, how does this thing look like in large? Because I don't know how well it comes over in the stream, and it's just such a beautiful picture. Oh. Let me find you the... here we go. Haha. I can send you the link to the post. If I'm not mistaken, here we go. You can follow this link and see this beautiful creature in all of its glory. And yes, it does have a stinger, but it also has rather large claws. Claws or mandibles? Why not both? Haha. Clawdible. No, that sounds wrong. Stop it. What I was about to say, or what I was about to do, is basically it's using its stinger as a fear move, for example. Oh, Jaybird! Hello! Hello, Jay! How are you doing? Thanks for coming by. By the way, as an excuse, yesterday you streamed so late that I couldn't join anymore. I really wanted to come to your stream. It seemed to be a lot of fun. Okay, enough for the excuses. Thank you for being here. All right, Jay, as you can see, we are creating something for this beautiful little project named Bee Dog. Oh, they did? They did make a 3D version. Holy shite. Okay. Holy shite. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, they have a huge ass stinger. But then I will probably go with the claws, because the claws look... Oh my god, isn't this even more beautiful in 3D? Oh, I love it so much. Anyways, okay, red. Why make this so hard? I will just go with claws and be done with it. Then we need a number and probably melee. Physical. This. No, I think it's just fire. Oh wait. That's how it's being written. 88, whatever. I will change it now. And then we're going the feature route again. Okay. Here we go. That's all right, Tenchi. Thank you for coming by. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thanks. All right. So where do I want? I think I want to start with the bee dog, and skulks have funny things. So once again, I will look at. Here we go. Because Right Knight in their guide also wrote some standard features that certain adversary groups usually have. And like skulls obviously are the ones that attack you from or ambush you from the shadows. They might even stalk you. They might cause any specific conditions, and that's why, at least, I mean, they suggest that they have a feature that they can use to become hidden. And then a feature where they make basically more damage while attacking from hidden. But I don't know if I want to make this... I don't know if this little dude actually is a creature that attacks from the shadows. I think that this is rather a hunting creature that chases you to exhaustion until it catches you. So I will definitely give it a feature to fly. This will be the first one. So super wings. First things first, the passive. You gain the ability to fly. Something else? No, but just this for now. Bee wings. What else can we associate to this? Oh yeah, wait, let's put something easy, because I do want this to be quicker than any other creatures. Meaning, usually PCs can only move until into close range during their spotlight, unless they want to go until far range, which would then ask for an agility roll. And beautiful, this is very small. Okay, I just copy pasta this from somewhere. What is this? Liberation Serif. Okay. Skip it, program. Oh, this is still... There we go. Now it doesn't look like so... Now it doesn't look so weird anymore. Okay, now this thing became... Wait, what is this? Oh, seriously? Wow. Now this thing became a stalker, kind of. Because it can fly and move up to far range during their spotlight. So it is nearly always quicker than at least PCs where they would need to spend something, fear, or no, not a fear, sorry. Make an agility roll. Fetch! Ooh, what do you have? When a creature or object within close range leaves the ground, the bee dog can make a mark a stress to fly to it and make a standard attack. Leaves the ground. You mean when they also start flying, or when they leave a certain area? I mean, I like that. This is basically attack anything that's moving. That's a great reaction. I will put this here for our reaction later. When a creature or object within close range. Yeah, close range sounds reasonable. I also wouldn't go as far range. The bee dog can mark a stress to fly to it. Oh yeah. I mean, exactly. When they begin to fly or when they're getting thrown. When they're getting airborne, maybe. Because then you could also feasibly think about... Okay, I just have a really fun idea. for our little defending ants feature up here. Why not, like, let our little ants lift up the PCs and throw them because they know the B-dogs would would attack them then. When a PC fails an action roll, let's do it for now with fear to make it rare. The giant ants pick up the PC and throw them up to far range. And then, when we have a B-dog around, that will certainly attack that. That is cool. That is cool. Leaves the ground. Let's say make them airborne. When a creature or object within close range becomes airborne. Jeetus deletus, yes. The B-dog can mark a stress to fly to it and make a standard attack. Alright, we still have to figure out our damage. 88 is a bit strong for tier 2 Skulk. Yada yada. Right, Knight, tell me average numbers for Skulks. Just real quick. Solo Skulk, tier 2, damage average between 9 and 13. So I will use, this would be 12, 13, this is 14, is anything between 4 and 14. This is 5 and... No, not 5, 7. Ah, wait, I can't. 6 and 16, 6 and 16, no, 6 and 16 is a bit strong. 5 and 15, 5 and 15 is good. Okay, great. I'm just usually trying to calculate what is the lowest amount of damage and the highest amount of damage possible with this one standard attack. And then try to think or see if that is fine. Attack modifier usually should be between 2 and 5 even. Oh, let's say 3 or 4. I'd say it's a bit dangerous. I already gave it 4 HP, so it can be a bit more dangerous. And melee seems fine to me. Great. Thank you, Jay, for this beautiful fetch feature. This already inspired another feature for our little ant hive. Just quick explanation why we have an ant hive. We want to have a exploration environment where these B-dogs, which B-dogs is just project name. If you have a good other name for B-dog, please let me know. Where the B-dogs would hunt in. So the B-dogs would certainly not hunt the PCs per se, but rather what is inside of this hive. Yes. We got +4, we got the claws, we got our standard damage. Then we already have this. We already have fetch reaction. I love this so much. When a creature or object within close range becomes airborne, the B-dog can mark a stress to fly to it and make a standard attack. This seems fine to me. Jay, what do you think? Do you want to put more damage on this? Give advantage even? Or no, probably not. No, I think this is fine. Do we want... Great. Do we want a feature for our B-dog that somehow interacts with this? So that perhaps it is leaving behind some dust while flying that might cause PCs to sprout temporary wings, and that are then flapping around and bringing them up to being airborne. I mean, I like this feature though. I'm not so sure whether I like it for this adversary. Oh, I just had a fun idea. The giant ants pick up the PC and throw them up to far range. I mean, this is way too much, but exactly, yeah, a pollination effect, yeah. Yep. This is probably too much, but I'm just putting it here anyways now. Oh no. Because I had the idea that alternatively it could also be that flying ants are lifting up the PC or like something like this. This sounded fun as well. But I mean, like multiple ants coming up to a PC and basically like throwing them somewhere. It's already a pretty fun feature to me. All right, so let's give our little bee dog. Wait, we want to give it a strong attack to use a stinger to make a heavy attack with its stinger against the PC in, let's say, very close range, because the stinger, it has reach. And then we have to define how much damage. Big damage. We will do this later, but then we also want to have a... Do we want the pollination effect? Do we want this to be passive, or do we want this to be an active thing? It could also be a passive thing, whereas while the bee dog is hunting and flying around, it is shedding some of its dust or pollen that it collected, and then it rains down on anything that is below, and in certain conditions this will cause PCs to sprout wings, for example. So the question is it passive? Is it active? Great. Jay says it's passive, then I will make it a passive. Unwanted pollination. I will find better names for all of this later. This is all just now. Brainstorm. Put stuff in to see. While moving or while flying. Is it actually called wing dust? So like the dust that also, for example, butterfly have on their wings? I don't know if it's... What is it in German, actually? Okay, currently I can't think of... Wait. Wing dust? No. Wing dust. Flügelstaub? Is it actually Flügelstaub in German? Currently, I'm just so confused. Dusty wings, yeah. Dust wings, yeah. Okay. That seems fine. Okay, so while flying over the battlefield, the bee dog leaves behind a thin cloud of pollen and wing dust, raining down on all targets in far range. I mean, yeah, I don't want to. Okay, what I'm currently thinking is, do I want to have a restriction of where this pollen would fall down? So, for example, if the bee is, or this bee dog is flying in one direction, like every PC that is right below this little line would get hit. But I don't think I want to write this down. So I rather have in far range, because far range usually fits every battlefield in its entirely, nearly. And then Schmetterlingsstaub. So butterfly dust. Is this in English? Do other bees also, or not bees? Do other insects have this as well? I wonder. I definitely won't say right now what I studied, because otherwise I will embarrass myself. Anyways, we will call this now pollen and wing dust. This little beautiful bee definitely now has wing dust on its wings as well. While flying over the battlefield, the bee dog leaves behind a thin cloud of pollen and wing dust raining down on all targets in far range. I would say, do we want this to trigger every turn or after a certain? No, I don't want to include it in a countdown. Beeowulf. Ha! This is cool. Okay, great. This is awesome. Honeyhound, howler bee, pollen pup. It certainly looks like a pup, but pollen pup. Now Beowulf sounds way too cool. Holy shit, Jay, you're a naming genius. Honeyhound, Beowulf. No, Beowulf is amazing. Beowulf is awesome. I love this. You don't try, you just do. This is so cool. Wait, what? Stop it. Stop that, would you? Hello. Here we go. Ah! My frigging thing is... Is it lagging? Seriously? I'm so confused. Why is it... Wait, let's do this again. Stop annoying me. Okay. So now that we have a name, perfect. Why did this happen? Our Beowulf, that is so cool. Pollen pup definitely sounds cute, I must agree. But I want this to be... Like, if it's a skulk, it needs to be at least a bit scary. So even though it looks so cute and not scary at all. But Beowulf is amazing. So let's continue. I think I want this to be a passive thing. So a target. It just wants to play. Yeah. Jay, since you're here, what is your opinion? I know, like, I'm always a contender of, or contested, what is the word? Like, promoter, that's the word I was looking for. I am always a promoter of designing new conditions, and like every time there's an effect, like a temporary effect. So for example, in this case, I could make like an effect or condition called pollinated or whatever. And then while pollinated, yada yada, this and this can happen. But I also know that some people try to avoid this. For example, the Attins use a lot of like just tokens, just to mark, hey, now you have this effect, you have a certain token on your character. What is your opinion on that? Or maybe not only Jay's opinion, but if the others have opinions on that as well. Do you, like, if you are a player or even a GM, do you like to see new conditions? Is this bothering you? Do you not care? Yes. So you don't mind? I would. That's what I'm saying or seeing. As long as there isn't like 5 new conditions in one encounter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Then I shouldn't need to worry too much. Great. Making them temporarily pollinated. Typing is hard. English is hard. Every language is hard. While pollinated, perhaps I will find a better word for this. Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. As long as they are distinct from each other. I mean, they are already... I think I've already seen like 4 or 5 different versions of poison in different supplements. So that is... yeah. And yes, words are evil. That's why anytime I try to make something happen that is slightly related to poison, I will definitely not call this poisoned or poison, but find something more distinct. Anyways, but pollinated seems... pollinated... No. Wait. I have to write it. Pollinated flowers will not transform, but... Oh no, they will transform. Will not sprout wings, but rather mature. Yay! Okay, wait, this is stupid, this is just flavor. I just had the idea that... Whatever. ADHD brain, jumping from point to point. While pollinated, when a target takes the spotlight, they roll a d20. I rolled a d20. So how severe do we want to make this? I think I don't want to make this as severe. I think I will just want to do so that it's in very rare occasions it happens. Wait, I'm a bit confused, Jay. What do you mean? I should have read something. Jamie Raven said maybe we could use this new condition pollinator in our upcoming supplement as well. Yes, we could. No, Jay, this is now it makes sense. This is the weekly homebrew challenge, and this beautiful thing that we have for today to design something for. This will not be part of our supplement. The supplement is nearly done, and we have our own art for this. This is purely just for the weekly homebrew challenge. But Jamie Raven is right. We could use pollinated as well, because it is very fun indeed. Cut and Quad, yes. Go prep for your one shot. That sounds amazing. Have fun, and thank you so much for coming by. And thank you for your input. All right. B-Dog. Let's continue. While pollinated, when a target takes the spotlight, they roll a d20. So I said I wanted this to happen rarely. So it should be a oh shit moment. But do I take a d12? No. Do I take a d10? 10% chance. I can make also a d10 and then make it on a 1. Yeah. On a 1, the target sprouts wings that flap uncontrollably, making them temporarily airborne. Nope. How long do we want this to happen or occur? Removing the pollinated condition. How long do we want this to happen? The target sprouts wings that flap uncontrollably. I just like this word, flap. Making them airborne. Causing them to be... wait, this is better. Causing them to not boo. To become airborne and hover a few... I'm German. This is my homebrew challenge. I will write meters and hover a meter above the ground, causing them to become airborne hovering a meter above the ground. This will the pollinated condition, making them temporarily pollinated until they spreads to remove the condition. Because then the players know exactly how to remove the pollinated condition. And if they don't do this, then they have the chance, while pollinated, when a target takes the spotlight, they roll a d10. On a 1, the target sprouts wings that flap uncontrollably, causing them to become airborne, hovering a meter above the ground. How long? How long? How long? How long? Until the end of the scene. Not this. No, and now that's too bad. Like, they can't control their flying, and then they can't... I'm just contemplating whether, if it's just a single action roll that they can do to get rid of the airborne-ness, or whether they can make a strength roll to just basically rip off the wings again. All good ideas. Or... No, I would say until the end of the next spotlight sounds fine. Until the end of their... Wait. While pollinated, at the beginning of each target's spotlight. Does this make sense? While pollinated, at the beginning of each target spotlight, they roll a d10 on a 1. Yeah, okay. While pollinated at the beginning of each target spotlight. Hovering above until the end of their next spotlight. Because then they have to basically spend 1 spotlight in this way. Then the bee-dog has enough time to fetch. No, Beeowulf. Sorry, we found a better name. Beeowulf. Beeowulf has better time to do this. And I would say, do I have to write this down? Because I would still allow GMs, or I would still allow players to make any kind of action roll to get rid of the wings. But I mean, do I have to write this down? Probably not. Good GMs will allow this for sure. What do you think? How much trust do we have in other GMs out there that are getting this stat block? Because I certainly would allow my players, if they are, like, while uncontrollably airborne, to make an action roll to get rid of it. But do I have to write it down? Will GMs know this? It doesn't hurt to add, exactly, but this is already so much text, and I'm always hesitant to... I always want to keep it short and concise. Let's see where we can cut. Wait. Does this look cooler? Beowulf? Oh no. Beowulf. Oh, Beowulf is fine. While flying over the battlefield, the Beowulf leaves... The Beowulf or Beowulf? The Beowulf leaves behind a thin cloud of pollen and wing dust, raining down on all targets in far range, making them temporarily pollinated until their mark is stressed to remove the condition. While pollinated, at the beginning of each target's spotlight, they roll a d10. On a 1, the target sprouts wings that flap uncontrollably, causing them to become airborne, hovering a meter over the ground, until the end of their next spotlight. This removes the pollinated condition. Until the end of their next spotlight, or when they succeed an action roll of their choice. There we go. When they succeed on an action roll of their choice, I guess. Yeah. Oh, we've got a new follower. Raving Puppy. Hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. I know exactly who that is. Hey! Da, 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 da. Da, da. Hello, dear puppy. How are you doing today? Okay, so I think this thing is done. Super Wings is you gain the ability to fly and move up to far range during a spotlight. Is also done. Stalking Bee-Dog, Spend a Fear. Alright, we want to do heavy damage. So Spend a Fear to make an attack with its stinger with Beowulf Stinger against the PC in very close range. Do we want to make them... Oh yeah, why not? Why not? Spent a fear, and I think this would probably some kind of... or somehow paralyze the PC, which I like. Oh, you're watching an amazing stream. Amazing. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm doing very good. I'm a bit tired. But it's totally fine. I'm having a great time here, and we are currently designing a very fun bee dog adversary that our very own Jaybird decided to be called Beowulf. I love this so much. You can see the artwork that we have for this week. It's on screen, and yeah, currently I'm trying to prepare a skulk adversary, an adversary that is stalking PCs. By the way, I don't know if you see. Oh, I think new people that are joining the stream, they can see the stream. Because let me I will post this again because you might love this. This bee dog from the artist who drew this also created a 3D version of this. I just posted the link again to their Blue Sky account. This could be a really beautiful thing to 3D print and make mini out of this as well. Just giving you ideas. I know this is not an STL file, but whatever. All right, so big damage. We want to do big damage. On a success, Stinger against PC and random class. Deal. Should we do direct damage? Oh yes. Direct HP damage? No. Only direct physical damage. Direct HP damage would be basically you say, okay, you deal 1d4 direct HP damage, disregarding thresholds or armor scores. No, but direct damage sounds cool because the Stinger is so huge, it can probably penetrate every piece of armor. So, but then when you deal direct physical damage or direct damage, in this case, you want to be really careful not to overdo it, because I could probably for tier 2. We wanted to do heavy damage. Let's go for this 2d10. Yeah, exactly. ST10 plus 5. This would almost certainly be always major with if not at least severe damage, which is a bit too high. 36 plus 3. I think I want this to be higher, even though it's... do we do 2d8? 2d8, then we have plus 5. 2d8 plus 5, then we are in the range between 7 and... Can't count. 16, 21. 7 and 21. 21 damage is, for most of the classes, severe. 7 damages can sometimes be minor. Well, let's do let's do this 2d8 plus 3, because then there's a no, I think I keep the 5, because then I make sure that it can be severe damage as well. Direct damage. On a success, deal 2d8 plus 5 direct damage. I mean, direct damage is already severe enough. I was thinking to do something like this as well and reduce the evasion. The target's evasion by 1d2 or something. I mean, this is also very severe, reducing the target's evasion, because I also want to apply some kind of like poison effect. I know I just said I will not say I will not call anything poison, but rather some kind of effect that is disabling the PC a bit, because there's a poison in the Stinger as well. And I mean, reduced target's evasion is already quite strong. Paralyze. I can also make them vulnerable. I mean, that's the easiest thing. 2d8 plus 5 direct damage and make them vulnerable. Do I make it to spend 2 fear out of this? This is already really strong. And I think I like this 1d2 evasion down until the immediately vulnerable and pollinated. I love that. But isn't pollinated our unwanted pollination effect? Isn't this already like always happening? Because anytime it moves up to far range, all of them are getting dusted. So I would say all of them are already pollinated. I mean, obviously it can reapply, but let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple and just make them vulnerable. Make them vulnerable until when? Until the end of the scene would be way too strong. I mean, it is already 2d8 plus 5 direct damage. So I would say until they are paralyzed though. Do we want... Okay, I want counterplay. So I will... I could now easily do it like vulnerable until the end of their next spotlight, so that they can then make a tactical retreat kind of, so that they hide behind one of their allies to not get hit because of the vulnerable condition. But I want this poison. Nah, come on. Until they, yeah, exactly. Until they clear a HP, at least an HP. What is the exact wording? If they clear at least 1 HP, I think. To make them temporarily vulnerable until they clear at least 1 HP. Yeah, this makes sense, because then they somehow heal themselves and they get rid of the poison, venom. What is the word? Okay, I think I like this. So, Stalking Bee Dog. We called this now Beowulf, but this is Devastating Stinger Attack. Yep, exactly. I think we are nearly done with this. Now we just need a few cool names. Super Wings. I mean, they are not super wings, they are just wings. Swift Flight, I don't know. Swift Flight, yeah. It's fine. Not too fun. Alright, if you guys are inspired, please throw in some ideas for some of the feature names, if you want. Otherwise, I'm just trying to get inspired. But I really like the interaction now of this pollination effect and fetch. This is fun. This is really fun. This is actually quite skulky. Feel my sting. No. Paralyzing. What could be another word for paralysis? Stinging paralysis or something like this. I don't know. Patch is already perfect as is. Won't change anything. Could you please? Yeah, whatever. Unwanted pollination. Too burdened or something that it's too full of dusty wings or something. Dusty. This is sometimes the hardest job, to find like really cool or fitting descriptions and names. Dusty presence, yeah, that can work. I mean, it definitely is a dusty presence, yes. Swift flight, dusty presence, swift wings. Swift predator, flying predator. Winged predator, something like this, because then it also is a description of what it is doing. Winged predator. Dusty presence, stinging paralysis, fetch. Dust surprise, yeah. Surprise! Love this meme. Alright. My body is telling me that I need a quick break. So I will just put on a little break screen and be right back in 2 or 3 minutes or so. Give me a quick bio break. I hope you're not going anywhere because we still have to design a little environment where we can find giant ants and this beautiful Beowulf. See you in a minute. See you in a minute. All right. For the second time, I remembered to unmute myself, and now I'm on screen as well. Hello! Bee puns are indeed the best. And I'm back. All right, so. Beautiful. Now I feel much better. Let's continue with our little Beowulf, because we still need a description. But I mean, that should be fairly easy. I will just throw it on my screen. Da-da-da. Wolf. Wolf. What is the real wolf? Wolf. Oh god, I can't English anymore. Please, do not. I will look it up myself. Oh, there's an O. Okay, great. Here we go. Yeah, this looks better now on second side. So Beeowulf's hybrids between a bee and a wolf. Hunting in packs. Do I want them to be dangerous, or do I want them to be rather huge? Okay, I think I will remark it here. I have a hard time differentiating prey from friend. Why? Because their eyes are bad, or... That sounds wrong. You know what? This description is totally not that important right now. I think I will do it later off screen, because then I have less pressure of trying to finagle with a language that is not my own, at least not my first language. But motifs and tactics, I mean, this is easy. Pollinate is easy as well. Maybe they live in a secluded area and don't have much experience with anything other than ants or other Beowulfs. Oh yeah, I love this. I love this. I love this. Very rarely in contact with anything else than themselves or their prey. So, travelers would be wary to not rouse them, or else they might become food, prey themselves. No, I already have themselves in here. Else they might become the prey. They only very rarely come in contact. They only very rarely come in contact with anything else than themselves or their prey. With anything else than their prey. Here we go. The travelers should be wary to not rouse them or else they might become their prey. Jay, it was a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for coming by. It was awesome to have you. And thank you so much for the ideas, really. I wish you a wonderful workday and see you around. Should be wary to not rouse them or else they might become the prey. Or else they might become the prey. Okay. So, ambush, pollinate. What else? Paralyze. Paralyze sounds fine as well. Fetch is fun as well. Chase, probably. Ooh, interesting. That's what mountain lions do. Nice. Ambush, pollinate, paralyze, chase. That sounds fine to me. Beowulfs are dangerous hybrids between a bee and a wolf, hunting in packs. They only very rarely come in contact, there we go, English is hard, with anything else than their prey, so traveler should be wary not to rouse them, or else they might become the prey. Okay. Great, I think then we have our Beowulf done. Let's see if we can do something about our little giant ant hive. So we have our reaction. When a PC fails an action roll with fear, the giant ants pick up the PC. Pick up the PC and throw them up to far range. Yes, this is fine by me. We will define questions later. Let's say, is this a passive or also a reaction? Could also be a reaction. Because what I'm currently thinking is that how do we introduce to this giant ant hive the stalking bee dog? Already have a name for this. Beowulf. Beowulf. Do I want this to be an action so that the GM can call on this when they want, or do I want this also to be a passive? So, oh yeah, why not? This is fun. Oh yeah, this is fun. Okay. I've got an idea. Let's do this. Let's call this Stalking Beowulf. Let's introduce something, and let me find the wording, because I did prepare something similar for a little adventure that is online. I'm not so sure. Do we have a command already to link Spade? We probably do have, right? Wait. Is this? Aha! Aha! Awesome. This is a little adventure that I created. It's for free. You can get it on Heart of Daggers, or just follow the link. And I created, this is a cavern or cave exploration environment, where, or not an environment per se, it's a whole adventure, but what I'm referring to currently is the mechanic that guides this cavern exploration. And I just want to steal something from myself. Now I have to find it. Spade, where did you go? Where did Spade go? No, seriously. Ah, there we go. Gary Spade. Page 2. Because what I want to do is I want to steal a countdown. Because in the Spade thing, there's a little countdown that is triggering when the PC enter the caverns. Start a countdown equal to the number of players. Each time a PC rolls with fear, the countdown ticks down by 1. When it triggers, choose one of the following options. But here, I will rather have it that like this. Let me quickly write this. When the PCs enter the hive, start a countdown equal to the number of players. Each time... Oh, it's also a reaction. Okay, fine. Makes sense. Each time a PC rolls with fear, which is 50% of the time, take down, no, the countdown takes down 1. Take down the countdown. What sounds better? The countdown takes down 1? Yeah. Each time the PC rolls down when... Ooh, wait, but I wanted to recur, that it's a recurring countdown. Start a recurring countdown equal to the number of players. Each time a PC rolls with fear, the counter takes down with 1. When it triggers... Do I want this to be a recurring countdown? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Summon a Beeowulf adversary, and it immediately takes a spotlight and immediately spotlight it. And immediately spotlight it. If there already is a Beeowulf in play, they immediately use their stinging paralysis feature without spending a fear. Because then, first time it triggers, a Beowulf will appear. Second time it triggers, it will use its stinging paralysis attack on the character on the triggering player, or on the PC who triggered it. Wording can sometimes be hard, but it's very important to make it clear. If there's already a Beowulf in play, they immediately use their stinging paralysis feature without spending fear. Oh, Jeff appeared. Hello. Oh yes, it is awesome. You know who we had earlier in stream? We had Mari and Tenchi in stream. Because I think Mari called on Tenchi because of Ziffy, because our artwork inspired Mari to do that. It was fun, and I was contemplating to ask you again if you would wanted to come by. Anyways, we're having a lot of fun currently. We already created a tier 2 Skulk, a Beowulf. And now we are creating a giant ant hive where the Beowulf is hunting ants and occasionally also PCs. If there's someone in play, they immediately use the stinging paralysis feature without spending a fear. If there's already they may immediately use the stinging paralysis feature without spending a fear. Okay, because it already says what is the range and yada yada. So I think I don't have to say it. Let me quickly read it again. Stalking Beowulf, stalking predators. When the PCs enter the hive, start a recurring countdown equal to the number of players. Each time a PC rolls with fear, the countdown takes down by 1. When it triggers, summon a Beowulf adversary and immediately spotlight it. If there is already a Beowulf, what is the right order? I think that's the right order. If there is already a Beowulf in play, they may immediately use their sting paralysis feature without spending a fear. Sounds good. Alright. So, but since this is a reaction, we also have to do this. So it is a quite dangerous beehive. Ant hive. Ant hive. I think I want to work a bit on our reaction here still. When a PC fails an action roll with fear, the giant ants notice the PC's presence, pick them up, and throw them up the far range. I can use a little bit more work. Oh, you finished the post. Oh, that's exciting. It must be a really long post, right? I assume, because now there's lots and lots of stories coming on. By the way, to everyone who is not in the loop currently, Mr. Lokonoko is Lokoneko, sorry, Mr. Lokoneko is hosting a little play-by-post campaign on with about a setting that he wrote, and it's a lot of fun. And we have, I don't know, 10 plus players or so, and we're about to start the real campaign now. Because up until this moment, I think we're at it now for a month or so, or even longer. Up until this moment, we were all in our introductions, and all of the introductions are done now, or nearly done, but apparently done enough that we can jump into the first act. And we're waiting for the text so that the play-by-posts sessions can start again. And I'm really excited. Right, but you said you're leaving, so bye, Jeff. Thanks for coming by. Have fun with your board game night, or day rather. You have to tell me later what you guys have been playing. I'm curious. I'm also a little bit of a board game nerd. Notice the PC's presence. Pick them up and throw them up to far range. Or rather, push them. No, I want to throw them. Yeah. Yes. See you, Jeff. The giant ants notice the PC's presence. Pick them up and throw them up to far range. Do they, or do they do more? No, I think the ants will ignore the PCs. Oh yeah. I think I will. Let's do something fun. And pheromone. Because I was just thinking whether when this hive is so dangerous, I probably want to have a way for the PCs to hide them. Oh, we got a new follower. Hello, Elliot Jackson. Thank you so much. ADHD brain, focus. I think I want to give the players in this huge dangerous ant hive some kind of way to hide themselves from the ants. And what better way than somehow use the ant pheromone and like basically smear themselves with this so that they cannot be so easily spotted by the ants. Yeah, why not? That sounds fun. I think each... Oh yeah. Yeah. When the PCs enter the hive... No, why not? Why not both? Okay. Each PC may... How do I write this? Because what I want to do is the PCs... when they enter the hive, they can make an action roll. Oh yeah, why not? When the PCs enter the hive, they may make an action roll of their choice. Choice is written with C. To apply and pheromone to their bodies. To apply and pheromone to themselves. To hide their smell, or to rather to the ants' scent, rather to camouflage from the ants. Is this a word? To camouflage from the giant ants. What is this? What? I can't English. There we go. Yes. Okay. That was correct, and I thought that was wrong. Okay. They may make an action roll of their choice to apply ant pheromone to themselves to camouflage from the giant ant's scent. Giant ant's scent. On a success, they start a pheromone countdown. 6, not 65, 6. Each time, so it's a personal countdown. Each PC has a personal pheromone countdown. They start a pheromone countdown. They place a pheromone countdown on their character sheet. Each time they make an action roll, reduce the countdown by 1. Their character sheet. Each time they make an action roll, they gain +2. Each time they make an action roll, do not get spotted by the ants. They gain a bonus of +2. They make an action roll and try not... Each time they make an action roll and try not to get spotted by the ants, they gain a +2. They gain a +2. They gain a bonus of +2, but reduce the countdown by 1. Each time they make an action roll and try not to get spotted by the ants, they gain a bonus of +2. No, why make it so complicated? Each time they make an action roll, they gain a bonus of +2, but reduce the countdown by 1. When the countdown triggers, the bonus expires. This sounds fun. Okay. So, and pheromones. When the PCs enter the hive, they may make an action roll of their choice to apply ant pheromone to themselves to camouflage from the giant ant's scent. On a success, they place a pheromone countdown 6 on their character sheet. Each time they make an action roll, they gain a bonus of +2, but reduce the countdown by 1. Okay, but then I will make the difficulty of the hive already a 16, because it's dangerous, so the players will need a bonus. But reduce the countdown by 1. When the countdown triggers, the bonus expires. Okay. Great. Great. And then we want them to explore the hive. Juicy hive, juicy target, looty, booty, bountiful hive. Oh yeah. Juicyful hive. Bountiful hive, because we do want the players to have a reason to enter this hive, the giant ant hive. Find an escape out of the hive, or find a relic, or rescue someone lost. It's an exploration environment, it's not traversal. Do we want this to be traversal? I mean... Finding a relic is more exploration. Finding an escape is traversal. Rescue someone lost is... could be event, or also exploration. I think I'd rather keep an exploration environment and then... anyways. But let's change it up, because it makes sense that we keep it like that, that when the PCs enter the hive, first they can do this, and then they get the idea, what do we actually do here? No, the other way around makes more sense. What do we actually do here? The PCs enter the giant hive, the giant underground ant hive. So either find a lost relic, rescue an ally who got captured, find an escape out of the hive, or find an escape out of the hive, okay. Or find an escape out of the hive. The PCs enter the giant underground ant hive to either find a lost relic, rescue an ally who got captured, or find an escape out of the hive. Or a combination. Or a combination of the above mentioned. Because this feature is rather storytelling focused, just so that the GM has an idea what they're doing here. The above mentioned, whatever. I will keep it for now. In order to progress, like what kind of condition do we want this to progress? Do we want to have a countdown? So start a countdown similar to a traversal environment. But we already have quite a lot of countdowns here. We already have 2 countdowns. So I'd rather not want to do a countdown. So, or do I only keep this? I can also keep this. I can also keep this the way it is right now, a little bit more storytelling focused. Because then I don't have to define properly, for example, how many chambers. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do this. Because when I look at Spa Day, what I did there is with my hydrothermal caverns environment, where I added, or where I gave information on like cavern size. Okay, I have cavern size 3 chambers, 5 chambers, 7 chambers, and then the GM knows how many chambers they might like. They can define it at the beginning, at the top of the session, and say, okay, I want to have a smaller cavern with just 3 chambers that we explore. Oh yeah, why not? Why not? Why not use my own shit? I love it. And hive size. Chambers. 5 chambers. 7 chambers. And then in each chamber they can find different things. Or in each chamber they have perhaps... Yes. I like that. Let me quickly work a bit and then I can explain this more in detail what I'm about to do. 3 hours. 5 size. Decide how many chambers should be explored. Decide how many chambers should be explored. Depending on how long the exploration should last. And then we are not putting it here, but rather here. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Wait. Come back. There we go. There it is. chambers, 1 hour, 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 chambers, 7 hours, 7 chambers. The final objective can always be spotted or found rather in the last chamber. The chosen objective can always be found in the last chamber. Previous chambers will either contain loot, landmarks, or NPCs. So because this way I will keep it loot, wounds, banes, landmarks, and NPCs. Loot, not look. There we go. Does this make sense? Probably not. Let me quickly rework it quick. Bountiful Hive. The PCs enter the giant underground Ant Hive to either find a lost relic, rescue an ally who could capture it, or find an escape out of the hive, or a combination of the above mentioned. Decide how many chambers should be explored, depending on how long the exploration should last. The chosen objective can always be found in the last chamber. Previous chambers will either contain loot, boons, banes, landmarks, or NPCs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When entering a new chamber. Yeah, thank you for that. When entering a new chamber, roll a d6 and refer to the table. Roll a d6 and spawn something, or what is the word? Spawn, or rather, whatever the outcome. Okay, wait. One thing after another. So, what I want to do is, I want to create a list of things. Adversary. I want to create something every time when they enter. Oh my god! I just realized I'm redesigning my. I'm more or less redesigning my caravan exploration thing. But why not? Why not? It's fun. All right. Loot. Consumable, boon, bane, landmark, and adversary. But probably I should do it like this, because then I can give examples of stuff. Uncommon or rare consumable. This can be looked up. Or rather, a weapon, armor. These can all be looked up in the core rulebook or the CRB, which is the core rulebook, the SRD. That's what I want to mean. That's what I wanted to say. These can all be looked up. Uncommon or rare consumable, a weapon, armor. Item. These can all be looked up. Boons could, for example, be one evasion, magical inspiration, advantage, spellcast rolls, or extra armor slots, something to reinforce their own armors. their own armor as well. Their own armory, extra armor slots. Or what else? What else? I think now would be a cool idea to do. Wait, haha! Because I have another supplement that I can maybe salvage to get idea, and I am referring to something really fun I created called Build a Boss, which you can find here. I love these things. You can find it here, where you quite literally build up your own boss. You craft your own boss together with your party. This is a printable file where you can cut out like its features, boons and banes, and then you make up your own stat block of your own big boss that you want to fight. Like scaling is involved. You can make it as strong or as hard as you want. And there I have a option of boons. Let's see, what did I write? Extra domain card, ability to fly. Oh, this could be fun as well, but also dangerous. Proficiency plus 1. Proficiency sounds fun as well. Pretty strong actually. Maybe too strong. Advantage. Why not? Advantage on reaction rolls. Advantage on no, that's whatever. That should be fine. That should be plenty of information. At least for boons. Now let's see what kind of banes do we want to do. Mark 1 stress to attack. That sounds fun. I mean, not for the players. So this is the banes are basically effects that occur to the players that bring them disadvantage. Healing reduced by -1 is very hard, referring to HP and stress. Oh, that is way strong. Received damage +1 threshold is way too strong. But disadvantage on movement rolls. This is, yeah. On movement rolls, seems fine. Okay, then landmarks could be, for example, Hive Nursery, where the ants keep all of their larvae, feed them, or what else? An armory, like where they keep all of their weapons. If these giant ants definitely have some kind of weapons, like ant armory. Maybe the queen room, queen's throne room. I'm pretty sure this is very well guarded. Something more mundane. Just an abandoned, for some reason abandoned. Now I have to look up again the right wording. Where do you go? Here we go. Is it this? Oh, it is already correct. Is it? Oh yeah, it's correct. Haha. Abandoned. Storage room. Yada. NPC. Blind giant ant. Or the queen. Or a lost bumblebee. I love it. Or anything that is basically lost in the hive. Queen, lost bumblebee. What else? Adversaries. An adversary. I mean, we have the bee dog, which we already have a name for. Beeowulf. And I already see that we already are streaming 2 hours, so I rather want to come to a close very soon. But I think we are nearly done here. Because am I satisfied now with this one? Bountiful Hive, passive. The PCs enter the giant underground ant hive to either find a lost relic, rescue an ally who got captured, or find an escape out of the hive, or a combination of the above mentioned. Or a combination of these options. Decide how many chambers should you explore, depending on how long the exploration should last. 3 chambers, 5 chambers, blah blah blah. The chosen objective can always be found in the last chamber. When entering a new chamber, roll a d6. Loot, consumable, uncommon rare consumable, weapon, item, blah blah blah. That's loot, consumable, uncommon or rare consumable, a weapon, item, armor. The boon plus 1 evasion, advantage spellcast roll, extra armor slots, yeah, boon, mark 1 stress to yeah, that's fine. Landmarks, hive, nursery, and armory. Blind giant ant, the queen, the lost bumblebee, adversary. Seems fine to me though. So the GM knows. Decide their objective. The PCs enter the giant underground. When the PCs enter the giant underground ant hive, decide their objective. They either need to find... Oh, wait. They either need to find a lost relic, rescue an ally who got captured, or find an escape out of the hive, or a combination of these options. Decide how many chambers should be explored, depending on how long the exploration should last. Depending on... yeah. Or 7 chambers. The chosen objective can always be found in the last chamber. When entering a new chamber, roll a d6. Roll a d6 to what? To do what? I'm just looking for the right wording, but I think I know where to look it up. Because I just want to make sure that the result of the d6 is basically whatever is happening in the chamber. Supplements. Where are you? Here we go. There we go. Roll d6 and compare the results with the below table to see the chamber's content. And compare the result with the table below to see the chamber's content. Yeah. Sounds fine to me. Alrighty. So then we have yada yada yada, all of this, descriptions. I mean, these descriptive questions I will add later, afterwards. So we have a giant ant hive that I can enter. This is a bountiful hive, so they decide what is happening in there. Different chambers, and then they can also basically coat themselves an ant pheromone. When the PCs enter the hive, they may make an action roll of their choice to apply an ant pheromone to themselves to camouflage from the giant ant's scent. On a success, they place a pheromone countdown on their character sheet. Each time they make an action roll, they gain a bonus of +2, but reduce the countdown by 1. When the countdown triggers, the bonus expires. So far, so clear. Stalking Beeowulf. The Beeowulf is... wait. No, we don't need this anymore. But we do need an action. Do we need an action? Yes. Yeah, maybe. Okay. We have our Stalking Predator. When the PCs enter the hive, start a recurring countdown equal to the number of players. Each time a PC rolls with fear, the countdown ticks down by 1. Ticks down to 1 by 1. When it triggers, summon a Beeowulf adversary and immediately spotlight it. If there's already a Beeowulf adversary, they may immediately use their Sting and Paralysis feature without spending a fear. Defending ants. When the PC fails an attack roll with fear, the giant ants notice the PC's presence and pick them up and throw them up to far range. And because of this, when we have a Beowulf on play, the Beowulf will attack them. Do I want this? Because we have 2 reactions now and 2 passives. Do I want an action? I think I do want an action. At least something. Something to spend fear on. Yeah, why not? I mean, let's do something easy. Spend a fear to stop it. Spend a fear to not stop it. Spend a fear to summon a giant ant patrol. Or to not summon, but rather to let a giant ant patrol come across the PCs. They must succeed on a group presence or instinct, because they are supposed to hide. Wait, which trait would be fitting for hiding? Instinct or presence? I mean, definitely not either finesse or instinct. Maybe instinct, I would say. Finesse actually says hide, so then we do a finesse roll. To succeed on a finesse roll, a group finesse roll, with the difficulty 16, they must succeed on a group finesse roll, or are they getting kicked out immediately out of the hive, or are they just marking stress? Spend a fear to let a giant ant patrol come across the PCs. They must succeed on a group finesse roll to hide before getting detected. To prevent detection. To prevent detection. Or they're forcefully escorted out of the hive. Is this too strong? Or they are forcefully escorted out of the hive. Or so they must succeed on a group finesse roll to prevent detection, or mark 2 stress to prevent detection. Full stop. On a failure, they either mark 2 stress each or get forcefully escorted out of the hive. Because I don't want basically this environment to just end by just a unlucky group finesse roll. Although, I mean, I did spend a fear. No, it's fine. A fear to basically threaten them a bit, make a good finesse roll, and then basically the stress is maybe that they get out of their clutches and escape. To either mark 2 stress to escape again. Exactly. Mark 2 stress to to escape again or get forcefully escorted out of the hive. Oh, I like that. I like that. So we have our patrol and patrol. Silent patrol. Silent patrol, because I didn't see it coming. Spend a fear to let a giant ant patrol come across the PCs. They must succeed on a group finesse roll to prevent detection. On a failure, they're either marked with stress or they're either marked 2 stress each to escape again or get forcefully escorted out of the hive. I like this. Alright, so we already had our stalking predators and we had our defending ants. Reaction when a PC fails an action roll with fear, the giant ants notice the PC's presence, pick them up and throw them up to far range. Descriptive, yes. Because to everyone who didn't notice or didn't see yet what we did and why this would be fun, there's a little thing. With the stalking predators that can occur in our giant ant hive that we created. In this stalking predators feature, we can summon a Beeowulf, which is a skulk. And the skulk has this beautiful feature, fetch, when a creature or object within close range of it becomes airborne. I will quickly finish this. Becomes airborne, the Beowulf can mark a stress to fly to it and make a standard attack. So it can already basically, yeah, it can already attack. It detaches or it, what's the word? It detects, exactly. It detects if certain targets become airborne. And then it will make a standard attack against it. But I think to throw them up to far range, becoming airborne while being thrown, to pick them up, making them temporarily airborne. To pick them up, making them temporarily airborne and throw them up to far range. Yeah, fine by me. Because then exactly we have the wording here. So when a creature, I mean, but this is a, okay. This is now, do I want this? Do I want this? Do I want this? No, no, I don't want this to be a... This is fine. Making them temporarily airborne and throw them up to far range. Picking them up. Okay, it's fine. I will work on it the other time. Anyways, so Beowulf, Skulk, which isn't this perfect? When I look at this little bee dog Beowulf image that we have for this week, it just brightens my mood. It's just so beautiful. I love it. Yes. So we created a Skulk out of this. Just to summarize real quick. It is a dangerous hybrid between a bee and a wolf, hunting in packs. They only very rarely come in contact with anything else than their prey, so travelers should be very wary to not rouse them, or else they might become the prey. We created, obviously, a little skulk that is has ambush features and is stalking its prey. It's a winged predator. It has the ability to fly and can move up to far range during their spotlight, so they're very quick. A very funny feature that we created, the dusty presence, I like this a lot. While flying over the battlefield, the Beowulf leaves behind a thin cloud of pollen and wing dust, excuse me, raining down on all targets in far range, making them temporarily pollinated until they mark a stress to remove the condition. While pollinated at the beginning of each target's spotlight, excuse me, they roll a d10. On a 1, the target sprouts wings that flap uncontrollably, causing them to become airborne. And here we have the connection again to fetch, hovering a meter above the ground until the end of their next spotlight. So they, against their will, they sprout wings, and then they can fly in this moment, or rather they can hover, but they can't control it, which I find it's hilarious. And after their next spotlight, they remove the pollinated condition again. And then, because, as you can see, it has this really huge ass stinger on its back, we wanted to give it a very strong attack as well, a fear action. This stinging paralysis Spend a fear to make a heavy attack with Beowulf, a stinger against the PC in very close range. On a success, deal 2d8 plus 5 direct damage, so ignoring damage thresholds, and make them temporarily vulnerable until they clear at least 1 HP. Because, of course, it's a bee, it has venom in it, or poison, whatever. And then our fetch reaction, which I already explained, which is a lot of fun as well. Okay, cool. I think we're done for today. We got a giant Ant Hive exploration environment and a Beowulf skull. Oh, that's already so much what we created. Holy shit. Awesome. I'm so happy. So, off screen, or off stream rather, I will finish the description of the Ant Hive. We'll put in some impulses, we'll make a few questions, and then I will write the Reddit post, put it all up on Reddit. If you want, you can already follow me on Reddit. I won't have the Reddit post done for a while, but you can certainly look up me on Reddit to wait for the. Oh, I'm sorry, I closed this stuff. Here we go. Now you can see it again. I will post it probably in about an hour or so. And then you can find everything there. And if you want, if you've also followed along, if you created something on your own because of this beautiful artwork, please post it there or visit us on the Heart of Daggers Discord server. There's also a post for this weekly homebrew challenge where you can find it. And yeah, you can also post it on the Discord server, the Heart of Daggers Discord server. And exactly, Jeremy Raven already used our new commands to probably remind me that you guys can also find me on Blue Sky as Arthur the Bard as well. I would also post a notification over on Blue Sky once the whole postings, all of the postings are done. Join us, please, if you want. If you want to design something on your own for Daggerheart, it's so much fun. I hope I showed you on screen, or on stream rather, how much fun it can be to come up with with your own designs, on your own monsters. You don't have to design a whole adversary or environment. It can also be just an item. For example, this can also be just a little figurine that someone carved, and just design a little mechanic around this figurine, what it does. Just any small item is already enough if you want to join into our weekly homebrew challenge. But I think that's it for now. My voice is getting pretty rough, and I streamed for nearly 2.5 hours now. That's a bit longer than I usually go, but anyways, it was so much fun. Thank you everyone who came, and thank you to everyone who is still in chat. Let's see. Who is still here? Oh, we've got a Devex. Hello. Tenchi is here as well again. Perfect. For the end. Zila also. Jemmy. And a puppy. Yes. Thank you all for coming. And whew, voice. Anyways, I will end it quick. I will not drag it on. Thank you so much everyone for coming. I wish you all a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are currently on this planet. Whether it's already evening, because for me it's the evening is starting soon. If it's just the start of your day, whatever. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. And until next time, I will be here next Monday again, same time, with a different artwork, a different challenge, and a different Daggerheart homebrew. I have been Arthur the Bard, and I'm still Arthur the Bard. Whatever. Guys, have a good one. See you next time.